Hello everybody, back here again for vlog a day, and today is Sunday the 22nd, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning fairly earlier than I really wanted to, but got up, got the dogs outside, basically got everybody out there trying to keep it quiet with my wife still sleeping, and was able to, had to clean up a mess Bruce made. But kind of is. He's an old dog, so what do you do? So dealt with that. Hung out with them out there for a little bit, trying to keep them as quiet as I possibly could. My wife finally stirred up and around and got to moving a little bit, so I was able to get the dogs fed, get them all put in their little spots and stuff. Everybody got their meal in them. They were doing good. It's funny, the little pit bull that I'm watching, like sometimes he's happy to eat, other times he wants to play, doesn't want to eat at all, and he's just such a little weirdo. And this morning he didn't feel like he wanted to eat much, so I ended up basically putting away probably 3/4 of his food. I put it back on the shelf and then gave it to him later in the day, and he was like, okay, I'll eat it now. It was funny. And then he ate his dinner well too, so who the heck knows, it is what it is. But hung out this morning outside. It was a little on the chilly side, not bad, but just a beautiful day out there. Just letting the dogs play and wrestle and have a good time, and Jack and Remy were just beating the snot at each other and just absolutely having the time of their life. And it's funny because Jack and Seamus that were here yesterday, Seamus went home yesterday, were just like humping, like they decided that was their new form of play, and it continued with just Jack and Remy. But when it was just Seamus and Remy, there wasn't any humping going on. So Jack brought the humping in to the scenario, and they just wrestled and chased and played and humped each other. It was crazy, the whole just amount of activity, and they just wear themselves out. And because Seamus wasn't here, Jack didn't have the break that he did, so Remy was wearing him down pretty hard. So I'd separate him out a little bit. I put Jack inside, let him have a break, and then leave Remy out with me and kind of rotate them through that way. My wife was in the office getting a bunch of work done, and she's got so much going on. She's got a ton of work she's trying to keep caught up on and get people trained and all that kind of stuff. And then we're taking off this weekend. We're going out at the end of the week. We're going on our next cruise over Halloween. So she's got a ton of stuff to get not only caught up and trying to get trained, but she's trying to get ahead of some stuff. And getting ahead of stuff there is pretty hard to do. There's so much work being dumped on her all the time. That's hard to get ahead of anything, but it kind of is what it is. So but yeah, went ahead and got that chilled out there. Did hear from Jack's owner. They were coming to pick him up a little earlier than I thought it was going to be, so swung by and grabbed him. Everything was good in the pickup. We chatted and talked a little bit and stuff. He does plumbing work, so I asked him about replacing the outside faucets. I wanted to upgrade my outside faucets that are leaking to a new, it's actually a design for ships. It was originally built for boats and stuff. The way the install is, it's basically like a trap door. It looks like an outlet outside your house. You flip the door open, and then you put a nozzle in that locks in place. So a couple of things. One, it's super rare. Doesn't many people have it. So you know, for like neighborhood kids, kind of like turn your water on. They're gonna have this spigot, turn your water on. And two, it backfills drains out for leaks and stuff for freezing. And there's a lot of things there. It's a cool, sleek look and design. So the outside of your house has this nice, beautiful stainless, flap, as opposed to an ugly ass knob sticking out. But he'd never heard of it, doesn't think about it, has no knowledge of it at all, and basically kind of made it sound like I have no interest in doing that because he doesn't want to have to basically try and jackhammer out the block house and whatnot to install it. So he mentioned just replacing the guts inside the spigot, and I'm like, well, hell, if I'm just replacing the guts, I can do that myself. So I just got to decide what I want to do. I need to do that, but they're just a pain in the butt, but I got to get that done. So who knows, I might have him do it, I might not. I might just do it myself, I haven't decided. So we chatted a little bit, they took off, and then I went in. My mom wanted to go to Dollar Tree before we went on a cruise. She mentioned something about that. She wants to get some more Crunch and Munch and some other junk while we're gone. And I said, hey, today'd be a great day because all we have left is Remy and then my dog. So we can leave them here and then we can go. And I asked Karen if she wanted to go, and she did. So the three of us packed up and went over to Dollar Tree, did some shopping in there, and then basically Mom was shopping for greeting cards and stuff. Karen was looking for stuff to take on the cruise, little door hangers and whatnot, and then little things for the house. Not sure what else she found. She found some other stuff, not sure what else she found. But I ended up getting another pair of reading glasses and then a super cheap pair of sunglasses, because that way when I go out in the ocean, splashing around and stuff. I don't have to worry about the glasses. The pair I have on, they're my last pair. Actually, I shouldn't say last, only pair. I've got one other pair that I bought that I don't know where they're at, but I've had these since I had, before I got my LASIK surgery done. When I was wearing contacts, I was wearing these, and they're getting pretty old, so they're getting kind of scratched up and a little bit dingy, so I wanted to get a just cheap pair to take out in the ocean with me. And then I've been looking for better glasses, and I haven't found any I like, but it is what it is. So who knows, maybe I'll make that my mission on this trip, in little spots. A lot of times they have, in the cruise ports and stuff, they'll have sunglass hut type places and stuff, and see if I can't find any pair of sunglasses on this trip too. But mostly I want another cheap pair of reading glasses to chuck in the suitcase for reading menus and stuff that don't necessarily need it all the time, but every once in a while it's a little bit handy. So kind of got that weird close up is kind of getting hard to see, so grabbed a couple of those. Pretty much there. Mom, we were, I don't know, probably 3/4 away, maybe a little over 3/4 way down the store, and Mom said she was going to go ahead and check out. I thought, that makes no sense. I have the keys to the car, so don't know what good's that going to do you. But so she got in line. We finished shopping the rest of the store together. My wife and I did, and we got to the checkout, and Mom was still in line. I'm like, what the hell's up with that? So kind of threw me off. I'm like, how's this taking so long? And the new girl working there was just untrained, I'm just gonna say, because she was asking questions, and she would ask a question to the other lady who was there, who I assume was been there much longer, would say, I don't know, try it. And I'm like, or you could say this doesn't work. And then she'd try it, and it was jammed up. It was just a pain in the butt. So went ahead, and then they opened up another aisle, and we went over there, and we actually ended up checking out before my mom did. So she finally came over to my aisle, and then we already left. Now we're out in the car waiting for her, and I'm like, how is it? We still had like 4 aisles to look down, and she was in line. And we're out in the car waiting for her now. Like, this is ridiculous. So had a good little joke about that. Headed back to the house, everything was cool. Went and basically chilled out there a little bit. Went and got my run in. Got back to my run. Grabbed a shower. And then had my wife call in a Chinese order, which we were supposed to eat yesterday. But Mom freaked out over that lizard that couldn't do Chinese. It was just impossible. She wasn't going to be able to eat because there was a lizard in her bathroom. So went ahead and ordered Chinese. And Karen ordered it. I went and picked it up. After the shower, I went ahead and jumped in the vet, which I don't drive as much as I should, but went ahead and decided to take it out. So went ahead and got a nice little run up there, top down, and chilled out, grabbed my food, came back, everything was good to go, and had a nice little meal. Saved my sweet and sour pork for tomorrow because I've got a dog that's going to be here for daycare, and the pickup time's always that weird. Like, they get picked up between like 4:30 and 5:30, sometimes 6. And I hate going for a run while it's here, especially with Remy, because those two play a little bit hard. I want to keep an eye on them and make sure they don't get out of hand. And then it makes everybody else wait for dinner later. So I said, I'm going to eat this leftover tomorrow and save back part of my Chinese. And then you guys can eat tomorrow, whatever time you want to. So that way they don't have to wait for me. I don't have to feel guilty or cut my run super short tomorrow to basically rush back to get a shower and eat with them. So see how it goes. Got done with dinner, headed back out, hung out with the dogs, and it was just Remy and me outside. Bruce came out a little bit here and there, but it seems like once it gets dark, he gets almost scared of the dark, doesn't be out there very much. I think he's getting a bad sight, and he's getting weird hearing. He's kind of trying to go deaf, I think, also. So I think the darkness makes it more scary for him, kind of thing. So kind of is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got. Finally wrapped that up. Played my 3D printer for a while and whatnot, and then headed back in and wrapped myself up for the evening. It was pretty late. I actually got there pretty late. It was about midnight when I headed in, and finally called it an evening, and that's all we got for now. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.